Free college football picks. This is week 5, part 2. I'm Tony T here with our college football pick show here for Tuesday. We have 10 games for Saturday's action here. Before we get to just a couple things, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free college football picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports like NFL, like Major League Baseball. Lots of live shows over our channel with lots of cappers giving out picks, making it a great time to subscribe. And also, if you would support our channel with that like, that thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it. Then visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to our long-term passes. Hot cappers like Ramon Scott for the year, Joseph Schultz, Collins Brown, last 30 days been on fire. Nick Fartini, Ramon up there, last 7 days as well. Hollywood Sam putting up some good numbers last 7 days. Nick, both Nicks. Collins with a good day yesterday. So is Tiffany and Daniel Waschuk. Click the links, get signed up to our long-term passes. You'll find our latest premium picks here center of the page with the links for our best bets, our $15 premium pick, and our multi-packs offering great value. You can also scroll down and find our pick ticker. There you'll find team versus team information. And you can save 20% off all premium pick packages when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access our page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys, so you can post your picks in the comments, and we are looking for cappers, so apply that on that home page. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this one started. Georgia and Auburn college football pick for action on Saturday. Georgia improved to 4-0, a 49-21 home victory. UA beat Bulldogs rushed for 188 yards. They limited the Blazers to just over 3 yards a carry with 250 passing yards on 51 attempts. Carson Beck, 22 of 32 for 338 yards with 3 touchdowns. He averaged over 10 yards per pass attempt. Auburn fell to 3-1, a 27-10 road defeat at Texas A&M. Tigers ran for 3.5 yards a carry. They surrendered 209 yards to the Aggies with 193 passing yards on 25 attempts. Michigan State transfer Peyton Thorne, 6 of 12 for 44 yards passing, only 3.7 yards per attempt. Auburn allowed 7 sacks in the game. Georgia's won 6 straight against Auburn with 5 wins by 17 or greater points. Bulldogs have the 13th ranked offense in college football and sit 18th on defense by allowing 282 yards a game. Tigers averaging just 6.9 yards per pass attempt offensively, ranking 95th in the nation. Auburn won't keep up with the Georgia scoring here. Play here Georgia minus 16.5. Arizona State and Cal college football pick. Here we go. Action on Saturday. All right, Arizona State fell to 1-3, a 42-28 home defeat to USC. Sun Devils rushed for under 3 yards a carry. ASU allowed 9 yards per rush to the Trojans with 322 passing yards on 31 attempts. Notre Dame transfer Drew Pine at 21 of 36 for 221 yards with 2 touchdowns and an interception. He averaged 6.1 yards per attempt. California is 2-2, a 59-32 road defeat at Washington. Golden Bears were down 45-12 at the half. The team rushed for 4 yards a carry. They surrendered over 4.5 yards per rush to the Huskies with 389 yards passing on 32 attempts. Cal had a -2 turnover margin. NC State transfer Ben Finley, 17 of 32 for 207 yards with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He averaged 6.5 yards per attempt. Pine, a massive upgrade at quarterback for Arizona State. California, 28th in the nation in total offense. Golden Bears secondary got torched last week. ASU struggles with pass defense. Play here Arizona State and Cal over 50 points. Michigan and Nebraska college football pick for Saturday. Michigan 4-0, a 31-7 home victory at Rutgers. Wolverines rushed for 201 yards. They held the Scarlet Knights at 3 yards per rush with 180 passing on 21 attempts. J.J. McCarthy connected on 15 of 21 passes for 214 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 10.2 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 51 yards. Nebraska improved to 2-2, a 28-14 home victory at Louisiana Tech. Cornhuskers ran for 312 yards. They limited the Bulldogs to just over 2 yards per carry on the ground, but 292 passing yards on 42 attempts. No quarterback sacks for Nebraska here. Jeff Sims has missed the past 2 games with an injured ankle, questionable here. His backup Heinrich Harburg is questionable as well. So we could see QB3 Chuba Purdy here, who saw action in 6 games last season, but averaged only 3.1 yards per pass attempt on 48 throws, but a threat to run. Both defenses are outstanding form, with Michigan allowing 231 yards a game, Nebraska 298. Cornhuskers quarterback situation concerning. The Wolverines have been run heavy. They only average 57 plays a game. Play here Michigan and Nebraska under 40 points. Houston versus Texas Tech, college football pick for Saturday. Houston 2-2, a 38-7 home victory to Sam Houston State. Cougars rushed for 5 yards at carry. They limited the Bearcats to 2 yards per rush with 126 passing yards on 23 attempts. Houston had a +2 turnover margin. Donovan Smith, 31 of 40 passing, 294 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 7.4 yards per rush. Texas Tech 1-3 after their 20-13 road defeat at West Virginia. Red Raiders rushed for 160 yards. They allowed nearly 4 yards per rush to the Mountaineers with 99 passing yards on 22 attempts. Baron Morton hit on 13 of 37 passes for 158 yards with a touchdown. He averaged only 4.3 yards per pass attempt. The Red Raiders are 92nd in the nation by gaining only 5.4 yards per play. The quarterback play is poor, 6.1 yards per attempt, which is 96th in the nation. Red Raiders are defending well, though, and the Cougars' passing attack has not been efficient. Play here, Houston, Texas Tech, under 51.5. Virginia and Boston College football pick for action on Saturday. Virginia fell to 0-4 after that 24-21 home defeat here to NC State. Cavaliers rushed for under 3 yards at carry, allowed 4 yards per rush to the Wolfpack with 180 passing yards on 31 attempts. Tony Meskett missed the past 3 games due to shoulder injury, but listed as probable for Saturday. At Tennessee, he completed 9 of 17 for 94 yards, 5.5 yards per attempt. Monmouth transferred. He completed 64% of his throws last year with 9 yards per pass attempt. It was a -2 turnover margin for the Cavaliers. Boston College 1-3 after their 56-28 road defeat to Louisville. Eagles rushed for just over 4 yards at carry with producing in the passing game. They did allow 194 rushing yards to Louisville with 388 yards passing on 21 attempts. Thomas Castellanos, 17 of 33 for 265 yards and 3 touchdowns. He rushed for 49 yards and a touchdown. Cavaliers are 131st in the nation in yards per rush at 2.2. Meskett, an FCS transfer, has only 1 game in the FBS. His backup threw 2 interceptions last week. But BC is allowing 10 yards per pass attempt. Castellanos, a dual threat for the Eagles. The difference here, Virginia's quarterback just doesn't stack up as well. Play here, Boston College, -3. Arkansas State and UMass college football pick. Here we go. Action on Saturday. Arkansas State 2-2 after a 44-37 home victory at Southern Miss. Red Rose rushed for 192 yards. They surrendered 234 yards rushing to the Golden Eagles with 215 passing on 36 attempts. Jalen Rayner hit on 11 of 21 passes for 233 yards with 3 touchdowns and an interception. He averaged 11 yards per attempt. Rayner rushed for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. UMass 1-4 after their 34-31 home defeat to New Mexico in overtime. Minutemen rushed for nearly 4.5 yards at carry. They did limit the Lobos to 4 yards per rush with 192 passing yards on 17 attempts. Tyson Fomachon missed the 3rd straight game due to undisclosed injury. Carlos Davis goes 11 of 20 for 196 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 9.8 yards per pass attempt and rushed for 42 yards. Red Wolves showed good offensive balance in that win to Southern Miss. They've had a tough schedule early on, facing Memphis and Oklahoma. UMass losing games to a down New Mexico. That's the major concern here. Play here, Arkansas State here at +1.5. Eastern Michigan versus Central Michigan college football pick. Here we go for action on Saturday. Eastern Michigan fell to 2-2 with that 21-0 road defeat at Jacksonville State. That first-year FCS team, the FBS team, I should say. The Eagles rushed for under 2 yards at carry. They allowed 295 rushing yards to the Gamecocks with 93 passing on 19 attempts. EMU had a -3 turnover margin. Austin Smith, 6 of 11 passing for 53 yards and an interception. He averaged 4.8 yards per attempt and was sacked 6 times. Central Michigan 2-2 after their 34-30 road victory at South Alabama. Chippewas rushed for just over 3 yards at carry. They surrendered 151 rushing yards to the Jaguars with 254 passing on 27 attempts. Britt Emanuel completed 1 pass in the game, and after missing the previous week due to illness, Jesse Bauer saw the bulk work, hitting 19 of 30 for 224 yards and a touchdown. He averaged 7.5 yards per attempt, plus rushed for 55 yards and a touchdown. Eastern Michigan, 132nd in the nation in total offense by averaging only 240 yards a game. But the Chippewas sit 132nd in the nation defensively in yards allowed per play at 7.6 yards. Eagles are rushing for 4.1 yards per attempt, while the Chippewas are allowing nearly 5 yards a carry. Bauer has been more efficient at quarterback, and his running ability encouraging. Play here, Eastern Michigan +7.5. Miami, Ohio, and Kent college football pick for action on Saturday. Miami O improved to 3-1, a 62-20 home victory at FCS Delaware State. Redhawks have a win at Cincinnati by 7 and a loss at Miami by 35. Brett Gabbert is completing 61% of his passes this season with 9 touchdowns and 3 picks. He averages 10.2 yards per attempt and has rushed for 82 yards. Kent fell to 1-3, a 53-10 road defeat at Fresno State. Golden Flashes rushed for over 4 yards a carry, but they allowed nearly 5 yards per run to the Bulldogs with 370 passing yards on 34 attempts. Michael Limo, 8 of 14 completions, 102 yards. He averaged 6.8 yards per attempt. Kent is the least experienced team in all of college football. The Redhawks are rushing for 5.9 yards per attempt, and Kent is allowing 5.1 yards a carry on the ground. Golden Flashes, 126 in the nation in total offense. Prefer the road team here with experience and healthy quarterback in Gabbert, who should exploit this Kent defense. Play here, Miami, Ohio, minus 14.5. Northern Illinois and Toledo college football pick Saturday. Northern Illinois 1-3 after a 22-14 home defeat to Tulsa. The Huskies rushed for 4 yards a carry. They did hold the Golden Hurricane to under 4 yards a carry with 102 passing yards on 20 attempts. Rocky Lombardi 4 of 6 for 31 yards and 5.2 yards per attempt. Ethan Hampton relieved and completed only 13 of 24 for 97 yards with a touchdown and 2 interceptions. He threw for 4.2 yards per pass attempt. Toledo went 3-1, a 49-31 home victory in Western Michigan. Rockets rushed for 269 yards. They surrendered 230 yards rushing to the Broncos with 163 passing yards on 26 attempts. Quan Finn suffered a shoulder injury, carted off. Speculation is a long-term absence. Tucker Gleason relieved 6 of 10 passing for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. He saw extended work last year, struggled though with just 47% completion rate. Backup quarterbacks could be going head-to-head here, but NIU, 132nd in the nation offensive yards per play, only 4.1 yards average. Toledo defended well and doing a better job with their offense. They are rushing for 5.3 yards per attempt. Huskies have been held to 14 points or fewer in 4 of their past 5 games dating back to last season. Play here will be on Toledo minus the 13. Old Dominion and Marshall college football pick. Here we go. Action on Saturday. All right, we've got Old Dominion 2-2 after a 10-9 home victory to FCS Texas A&M Commerce. They have a 7-point home win to Louisiana with losses to both Power 5 opponents in Virginia Tech and Wake Forest. Grant Wilson completing only 52% of his passes with 8 yards per pass attempt. He's had 7 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Wilson's poor performance last week could mean a start for Jack Shields here, who outperformed Wells in the win against Texas A&M Commerce. He is a sophomore who threw for his first college pass last week against an FCS team. Marshall improved to 3-0, coming off a 24-17 home victory to Virginia Tech. The Irene Herd rushed for 214 yards. They allowed 184 yards rushing to the Hokies with 159 passing on 35 attempts. Cam Fletcher hit on 16 of 27 passes for 166 yards with a touchdown and 2 interceptions. He averaged 6.1 yards per attempt. Old Dominion, inexperienced team with only 7 starters back. The quarterback situation is a concern for the Monarchs. The Irene Herd is defending well. Old Dominion 101st in the nation total offense. Play here, Marshall minus 13.5. All right, that was our college football pick show here for week number 5, part 2. We do about 5 parts. We'll get the entire card for you in college football in parts this week. Of course, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free college football picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports like NFL, like Major League Baseball. Lots of live shows from cappers giving out picks on our channel. Newest show, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Midday Plays with Mindy and Tiffany. So guys, make sure you tune in and set notifications. All right, we'll have more picks throughout the day. Oh, don't forget to visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com, for our best plays. Our premium picks are there. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. Find the link in the description to get there. I'm Tony T. Back later on with more free picks.